The first race of the Aflac All-Pro Tour 2015 season would be at Livonia Raceway for the Aflac 100. The season opener and the AAA Pole Award for this race would be Valine Click, jumping up for the ALNT this year and stepping into that number 00, teammates to Greg Nee. On her outside would be the 38 of Aaron Anderson. Third would be Alex Underwood in the 27. Then we have Zach McCrae in the 3 and David Pillar in the 5th position in the 31 car. Down the back straightaway, it looks like Click has a decent lead on. Now Alex Underwood is the top line, definitely faded out there. Jimmy Barley in the number 46. He is the replacement for Jason Carter, who got in a scary wreck here in the ALNT race, and Darian Manarin was subbing in for Sebastian Morris, who was in a scary wreck in the AARS qualifying race here last weekend, and Manarin looking to replicate some of the success he had last season. Here's Bjorn Brewer, jumped up from, well, he was a one-off last year in the AARS, performed very well, offered an AAPT ride, and Bjorn Brewer not disappointing right now as he runs in the 4th position in that number 87 car, a Renaissance development driver, and he's definitely proving that he belongs in that stable as he's running very well early on in this one. Here is Ashton Short in the 65, and he is into the inside of Valine Click in the 00, and that would be the first lead change of the race on lap number 10 as Short, now hounded by Luke Lannigan in the 02, who jumped up from the ALNT, as well as we see the 24 of Stephen Cortez also made that move. Here's the champion of the ALNT in 2014, Landy Heath, driving the number 32 for Silver Green. Contact in the back there, but Landy Heath, he is not disappointing either as he's running second. However, his teammate Walter Green is stuck in the pits with tire issues, so we'll see what happens on that. As caution number 1 is going to fly on lap 14, a major wreck as we see two JN Motorsports cars get together. As one of them flips, that's Ryan Barley in the 13 and the 50, and he is upside down and spinning on his roof. That is Aaron Parker in the 50. The 51 is Jack Collins. Looks like Collins and the 50 of Aaron Parker got together, and that started this massive pileup. We see 48 of Todd Short in there. Can't really tell much from this angle. I saw Casper Bristow in there. We saw Ryan Barley flip, and just a mess there in turn number 3 as a lot of these guys would retire. On the caution, the 02 of Luke Lanigan would lead some of the field into the pits. However, a bunch of them would stay out, including the 38 of Aaron Anderson, Jimmy Barley, and Adam Lawson making his debut in the number 71. And it looks like Lawson's going to make a move to the inside for second, maybe even the lead, as Anderson got passed by the 22 there. And we have another caution as we see some contact right there between Tobias Newbridge and Stephen Cortez in the 24. No, not really a necessary caution. I don't know why they threw it out there, but Jack Collins on the 51 definitely got in the way of the 96 there. And Cortez is just swept up in this one. And he'll continue on. But more trouble up ahead as the 83 of Ryan Anderson gets involved in a wreck with Darian Manarin. Zach McCrae in the 3 in there as well. As we see more piling up as Blaine Click and Earl McCrae in the 57 go around. I think I saw McCrae go flipping. Let's see what happened. Here's Tobias Newbridge. Looks like he got underneath the 57 and flips him over and does 2 barrel rolls, and that will be the day for Earl McCrae. On the ensuing restart, there was pit stops, so Greg Nee in the number 100, a veteran in the AAPT, would be leading on the restart. Casey Littinger in second, and that is Ashton Short in that Skype Dodge running in third. Looks like Littinger's going to look to the inside of Nee a couple laps after the restart, and the 12 car definitely looking sharp early on, and this one is down the back straightaway. This is going to allow the 65 of Ashton Short, who's been up there at the front all race long, to catch in. And Ashton Short had a solid rookie season in that number 65, picked up sponsorship this year, and we're expecting him to be one of the top drivers in the 2015 season as he goes for the lead now underneath D12 of Casey Littinger down the back straightaway. A couple laps later, it's still these 3 who have separated themselves from the rest of the field, and they've all traded the top spot several times, and a little contact there between Nee and Littinger. But again, it'd be Ashton Short who prevails through all this as he takes the lead down the back straightaway. Looking at the 50 of Aaron Parker, who gets spun by the 8, and looks like Heath is involved. and that is not good for Heath. He doesn't get hit, but definitely a scary moment for him as he slides up in front of the field. Clyde Lattinger may have got a piece of that, but the 75 car continues on. Clyde Lattinger back in the AAPT this year after a somewhat unconvincing AARS stint in 2014, and we'll see what he can do in this series, expecting him to be another one of those top drivers. Alex Underwood was involved in the first caution of the race, but here he is going past the 65 of Ashton Short for the lead on the ensuing restart, and down the back straightaway looks like he's going to take Clyde Lattinger in that 75 with him, who eventually is going to look underneath the number 27 car. And down the back straightaway, Clyde Lattinger has the preferred groove, but will the 27 prevail? Does not look like it. And Clyde Lattinger goes to the lead in his first start back since that AARS stint. But Ashton Short back to the lead, once again him being the dominant car in this race. He's got Greg Nee in second with a solid run, and eventually we see the 66 of Ray Davis making his debut. Was an ALNT driver last year, and that number 66 car looking sharp so far as he is in the lead. Tony Short has jumped up to second in that number 11. The 8 blows an engine on lap 77. Ricky Green piles in. A fan favorite gets involved in this one. Luckily for Green, it looks like he'll keep on going, but the 8 just loses the engine right in front of him. Green has nowhere to go. Look at that, blind visibility, and Ricky Green plows into the 8, and he would keep on going, but not very fast, and that would definitely ruin his day, but it didn't look like he was going to be up there at the front anyway. On the restart, Ray Davis is your leader, and we see Tony Short and Ashton Short 2-3 down the back straightaway. They've cleared the lap traffic very well. The 50 of Aaron Parker holding up the rest of the field, and it creates this mess. And it looks like 4 wide is not going to work on lap 83. Casper Bristow goes around and making his debut in this series. The 41 car goes around, already has a hood missing, but he will obviously continue on. On the restart, once again those same 3 at the front, but Ashton Short is going to look under Ray Davis. Can he get it done? Doesn't look like he can do it in 2. And he may have lost his opportunity there as the 66 closes the door, and he'll have to work on him a different lap. Eventually, though, Aaron Anderson is going to go back to the lead in the number 38. He has Clyde Lattinger all over his back bumper. There's Greg Nee sitting back there as well, and it looks like this is going to be a battle between the 75 and 38 now, as Clyde Lattinger looks to the inside, eventually gets it that same lap, and looks like through 3 and 4 he'll take the lead underneath the 38 car. Here's the 75 with just 1 lap to go, catching up on the 51 of Jack Collins making his debut in this series, but Clyde Lattinger looks like he'll dispose of him quickly. Down the back straightaway, the 75 car packs it down into turn number 3. Clyde Lattinger, in his first career, or his first start in the AAPT since last season, is going to come across the line and win the first race of the season at Livonia. He wins the Aflac 100.